gonna show you something. Get in the air, and the funk will take you there. Oh, wait a minute, my soul run free, yeah, yeah. Free up your mind, to let it roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ron RoXtar Media, and those are the funky sounds, of course, of the Brooks. Turn up the sound off their great brand new album, Any Day Now. So we are so glad to be joined by two members of the Brooks. Of course, we have Alexandre Lapointe. Alex, bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour, ça va bien?
Oh oui, et vous?
Oui, merci.
Perfect. And of course, we have Mr. Alan Prater as well joining us. Good afternoon, brother.
Bonjour, bonjour, ça va bien?
Oh, hey. Okay, we're going to do it all. Nice. Okay.
How you doing, Brother Ron?
Great, man.
RoXtar?
Yeah. So, guys, it's such a pleasure to see you because we've had quite a history together. I know you guys always appreciated my photos and even gotten the chance to use them for some promo stuff that you've done in the past. So it's really great. And I've always been talking to you, Alan and Alex, for so many times that I can't wait to do an actual interview with you. And now here we are finally doing it. So I'm glad that we finally got this to do this opportunity and a brand new album, Any Day Now. 13 songs on this album. That's the most amount of songs that you guys have had on an album so far. Why 13 songs? Just kept coming? You're going to do a double or what?
En fait, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé, c'est que plus que l'album se dessinait, plus qu'on voulait revenir un peu avec une esthétique old school. On a toujours aimé les albums qui avaient un concept en arrière, que ce soit tenu par justement l'orchestre comme on a en ce moment, ou si on voulait faire des bumpers pour mettre un peu de l'avant, faire un peu un clin d'œil au old school Brooks. Dans le fond, quand on est parti Brooks, on était un band instrumental et on veut toujours garder ce petit côté-là de musique de bumper ou interlude instrumental, comme on avait fait aussi avec Pain and Bliss, le deuxième album des Brooks. Il y a plusieurs petits clins d'œil justement instrumental qui est là. Et on va toujours garder ce côté-là. Le numéro 13, le chiffre 13, je pense pas qu'il est très que c'était voulu, mais encore là, c'est ça, c'est qu'on voulait garder cette esthétique-là de mettre la musique instrumentale un peu.
Wow. Okay. And first, I want to say too, guys, this is like another, as usual, especially with the Brooks, it's always like another funk phenomenon that you guys bring to the table. So that's great. I just want to say, listen, I mean, I've been listening to this album every day since it's been released. Okay?
Wow.
So
wow.
I'm not just like a journalist who like listens to the album once to prepare for an interview. I've really been enjoying this album greatly. So I just wanted to share that and say that I think Phil, your guitar player, he's like the hero of this album, man. Those riffs, incredible stuff. So you can let him know. He'll see this.
Nice.
So Alan, who's the Zender?
The Zender? The Zender could be anybody. It could be me, it could be Alex, it could be Phil, it could be anybody, it could be you. Anybody who ever came to visit Montreal and found how magical it is.
And if you scared to fail, come here to MTA. If you really want to be there, straight come in. We got what you want. If you really think you need it, straight come in. We got what you need. If you really want to be there, straight come in. If you really think you need it, straight come in. If you need it, hold on.
I also,
that's
and I really love So Turned On.
Mm.
Another one of my favorites.
Nice.
And I'm so turned on. I love it when you turn it on. I love it when you turn it on. Matter what the same go. I love it when you turn it on. I wanna feel it all the time. Mission impossible. I love
And then, of course, with the video for gameplay, with that cool animated video, where'd that idea come from?
Oui?
Lapointe.
Anybody? Sure, anybody.
En fait, ce qu'on a toujours aimé, c'est l'esthétique complète du genre old school. Encore là, je reviens souvent avec ça, mais le funk, soul, R&B, on a toujours aimé les vieux vidéos de Fat Albert, Scooby-Doo, des trucs comme ça. Puis on a toujours aimé, on voulait apporter en fait ce genre d'esthétique-là visuelle au band. On a plusieurs vidéos où on nous voit en spectacle, où on joue live les tunes. Fait que quand on est arrivé avec l'idée de faire un nouveau vidéoclip, on voulait que ça soit justement en animation. Et depuis la première vague de COVID, on est en signature avec un label en Europe qui nous ont fortement suggéré justement un artiste d'Europe. Je crois que maintenant, il travaille pour Marvel et des trucs comme ça. Fait que dans le fond, ils nous ont comme suggéré cet artiste-là qui a écouté l'album, la chanson, qui a dessiné un monde un peu autour de gameplay.
Plus Alex, the bass line in gameplay. C'est fantastique.
Oh, merci. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But I think one song I really want to talk to you guys about, or definitely ask you about, and another one of my favorite songs, and I think for a lot of people it is definitely got to be Turn Up the Sound, which I think should be the opening number of every Brooks concert from now on. What do you guys want to what can we say about Turn Up the Sound? Tell us about this song.
Oh man, that song like the way it created, man, it was just a jam, you know, and it's got this kind of James Brown, George Clinton kind of thing, you know, signature to it. And it just seemed very appropriate to go in that direction when the music came about, you know, and just something fun to keep your mind off of anything you want at the time, and just come inside and turn your volume up, put your stereo on, man, and just listen to some music and just have some fun. You know, it's just put your cares away, you know, and just let things happen, man. Just let the music take control of you. So it was just fun little thing like that. It wasn't nothing too heavy, but a lot of, you know, funk stuff. James Brown, I could say James Brown, Funkadelic, Parliament, you know, anybody in that genre. So that's what it was all right.
I wanna show you something, show you that it's fair, but the fun will take you there. Yeah, baby, and let your soul run free, yeah. Free up your mind. Work. Check it out. Plan B, you gotta get over the hump. Ain't got the ceiling 'cause you want to get drunk.
And I think that's the great thing about the Brooks. With so many members in this band, all those instruments going on, and every time you guys do another album, I mean, it's like such an experience. It's not even a record that you listen to. It's an experience of like talent across the board. And one song might focus a bit on keyboards. One, as I was saying, talking about Phil being a real hero on this record. And, you know, Alex, I just mentioned your bass line, you know, and I think that's the great thing about a band like the Brooks.
Yep, this is true, man.
How did the
That's
Brooks...
one thing that
Go ahead, Alan, sorry.
No, I said it's true about that. You said it right. We should carry you with us all the time. You get it. You get it, brother. You get it. You get it, man.
So there you go. So for those who are not aware, who are the Brooks? How did they start? Because I know, Alex, the last time I actually saw the Brooks, which was at the Jazz Club here on Saint Denis, it was without Alan, and you and I were talking, and you said to me, oh yeah, well tonight what's fun, even though you missed Alan not being there, you said, well, tonight we're the old Brooks.
Yeah.
So let people know, who are the Brooks when they first started? Like, what was the origin of the Brooks?
Ben, dans le fond, Brooks, on était 4 membres au départ. Il y avait moi à la basse, Marc-André Bellefleur, back in the days, qui était aux percussions, Max Bellavance au drum, puis Phil Lukes, justement, à la guitare. Puis au début, on voulait juste faire de la musique instrumentale pour des films, pour des annonces ou peu importe. Puis quand que nos chums ont entendu l'album ou les chansons qu'on est en train de faire, ben là, eux autres, ils ont fait, ben je participerais moi aussi à ça, j'embarquerais dans le band, dont Daniel Touin, justement, Dan Touin au keyboard. Puis, un petit peu plus tard, Gary Tremblay, le owner du Dièse-11, nous a appelé Dan, en fait, pour lui dire, ça vous tente-tu de jouer une fois par semaine pour 3 mois? Au début, c'était supposé durer seulement 3 mois. Finalement, je pense qu'on a fait comme 5 ans au Dièse. Puis, il voulait qu'on ait un chanteur différent par mois. Le premier chanteur qui est venu, c'est Alan. Puis, Alan, on lui avait envoyé l'album. Justement, j'avais dit à Alan, regarde, vu que tu joues du trombone, peut-être que tu pourrais apprendre les lignes de horns puis jouer avec nous les chansons instrumentales. Mais au lieu de ça, c'est qu'Alan il a écouté les chansons et il a ajouté des paroles par-dessus ça. C'est ce qui a donné maintenant le Brooks qu'on connaît avec Alan, justement, qui prend sa place et tout ça. Puis quand on s'est croisés la dernière fois, c'est que vu que c'est difficile de garder une fois par semaine le public attentif, que le public revienne, c'est sûr que d'être juste joué seulement avec les tunes des Brooks, puis juste avec les membres Brooks, ça devient un peu long. Le monde, il se serait tanné un peu. Donc, rappelles-tu, c'était qui était qui était à la place d'Alan? C'est-tu genre Antoine Gratton ou?
No, I think so, yes. That night, yeah.
Antoine Gratton?
Oui.
So when I was saying it was back in the days, it's just because the concept at first was supposed to be one singer per month. But after a while, Alan was always there because we couldn't play without Alan. Who can play without Alan? So basically,
put a gun to the head, man.
So that's the reason why I told you it was like back in the days, because at first, like I told you, Alan was the first singer who came with us that we have the chance to play with. And after that, we had like Kim Richardson, Marie-Christine Depestre, Antoine Gratton, Malika Tyrolien, Coco. So, but basically, when Alan came back with all the lyrics from Adult Entertainment, we just decided to go on that path, stop being a band who's playing only music, play with Alan, and he understands, he knows exactly what we need as a band, as a funk band. Alan came from all those great musicians that we all respect, So that's why, if I can come back to your question, actually, when we saw each other, at that point, we felt like ce serait mieux de revenir avec l'ancien concept, avec un autre chanteur, juste temporairement pour essayer d'attirer encore là les gens qui viennent à toutes ces soul therapy là.
Boy. So Alan, when you joined the Brooks, tell us about your experience of joining the Brooks.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Like you said, the first time I got there at the place, they invited me to come and do a show with them. I didn't know any of the guys. I knew Dan, I knew Alex, but I didn't know the band or the music or anything. And I sent the songs there, and that we had never met. And the first time we met, it was on the stage, But the moment I got there and meeting the guys and everything, and they came on stage and they did, I think, 2 songs before I came on. And man, the first song he did, man, I kind of got excited, kind of perked up, It kind of reminded me of Booker T and the MGs or the Meters, and I wasn't expecting that at all. So it kind of blew my mind a bit, man. And I was kind of crazy, So I kind of took my phone out and recorded a little bit, and texted to my wife and told her, man, you listen to these cats, these cats are cool. Anyway, so once I did the show, man, I was hooked. I was hooked from the first moment I heard them, man. And like Alex said, Alex came over and gave me a link to the music that they were doing. And it excited me again when I got home about 2 a.m. And one song in particular grabbed my attention, and I started writing to it just for fun. And I got involved in it. and then I sent it to Alex the next day, and that was it, man. By the time he got that, I wrote 2 or 3 more, lyrics to their music, and that was it, man. The rest was history, man. Here we are today.
And that's it. And then you just stuck around, as Alex said.
Oh man, incredible, incredible, incredible. Never expected to hear that stuff from you guys, man. I never expected to hear sounds like that in Montreal.
I just remember too, I was talking to one journalist friend of mine, and he's like talking about the Brooks, and he's like, oh yeah, the Brooks, they're one of the best funk bands in Montreal. And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? I go, they are the funk band of Montreal. And there's a lot of great funk artists, and of course we know some of them as well. I think even Freddie Verret's got something out too recently, so I'm gonna get in touch with Freddie.
Yeah.
And
nephew, man.
Yeah. Do you guys have any personal favorite songs from Any Day Now?
I like everything with a bass line.
Alex is feeling the compliment today. Well, you know what's cool too about this record? The way it begins with that, with the instrumental piece, it's almost like, of this build up, and then at the end of the album, sort of go back, like it's like I say, it's really like this. It's like almost like, as I said, it's more of an experience of listening to an album than just a bunch of songs. It's something like really to experience. It's like this build up of energy, and then go back to another instrumental near the end.
Yeah. C'est pour ça que je pense que c'est difficile pour Alan et moi ou un autre membre du band de dire ça, c'est ma chanson favorite, parce que je pense qu'on a vraiment, encore là, fait un concept dans l'album. Puis l'album, pour moi, d'écouter une chanson ou l'autre, c'est plus difficile que d'écouter l'entité de Any Day Now au complet, parce qu'on y a vraiment pensé en tant que, justement, un unit. Je ne dis pas que les paroles nécessairement suivent une histoire progressive tout le long de l'album. Je pense que l'uniformité de l'album se crée autour de l'orchestration, avec l'orchestre qu'on a eu la chance avec qui de jouer. Mais le concept était aussi vraiment de refaire un clin d'œil. Tu sais, on parle de différents bands, pas nécessairement de Montréal, mais mettons comme Wolfpack ou Louis Cole, ou tu sais, ces bands-là qui sont des maîtres de leur instrument. Nous, on a la chance d'avoir Alan avec nous. On fait des chansons. Fait que c'était comment rapporter l'album, comment faire un album sans nécessairement rester dans le même style qu'on fait. Oui, on est toujours dans le funk, soul, R&B, blablabla, mais comment amener ça à un autre niveau. Puis je pense que justement de mettre un orchestre comme on l'a fait. Man, comme Ray Charles used to do, ou comme Sam Cooke faisait aussi dans le temps, ou Isaac Hayes aussi, le concept autour des bumpers, de mélanger le band Brooks et l'orchestre vient beaucoup de justement ce monde-là que Isaac Hayes avait le brio, il y avait une facilité de le faire. Sam Cooke, une de mes chansons favorites, The Change is Gonna Come, l'introduction de justement cette chanson-là a pas mal créé, a donné ce ton-là à Any Day Now. Puis les gars, au début, étaient un peu réticents parce qu'en fait, c'est Phil Luke. Quand Phil m'a appelé pour me demander ce que je voyais comme nouvel album, puis que j'ai proposé ce concept-là, au début, il était comme, man, you're insane. Je disais, ça n'a pas de bon sens, on va faire comment? Puis finalement, mais ça s'est fait quand même. Je trouve que c'est important, justement, de ne pas oublier d'où la musique vient. Puis ces influences-là, comme encore là, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Isaac Hayes, nous ont beaucoup influencés pour cet album. Curtis Mayfield aussi, dans ce genre-là, pour Any Day Now.
I love hearing all those influences, man. And as you said too, like this album needs to be heard as a whole. It's
exactly
like a concept record. And these guys in the past, they were doing stuff like that. I mean, and you're saying those big band sounds that some of these artists were working with. And I
exactly.
think
it was normal.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes the Brooks such a great band to listen to, as we talked about before, all the instruments. You guys are like your own orchestra. By the way, Alan, why the trombone?
Why the trombone?
Yeah. What was it? What made you pick up the trombone? Everybody always wants to, play guitar or be a singer, even though you are a singer. What happened with the trombone? What made you go for that?
Trombone. Well, I played that instrument long, all my life, man. I played trombone, and it left me for about a long time, about 15, 16 years, man. I stopped playing it. But once I got with the Brooks, it kind of like followed me. Tell you that when I have that horn in my hand, I feel complete for some reason, because it's been with me all my childhood, and been with me for a long time. And like I said, I put it away to just start writing songs. But once I put his shim actually asked me to do one song with him one night at his own. He wanted to hear me play, so I decided to work at it and try to play it again. And here we are, man. And it's just magical for me, man. But right now, like for a couple of years, man, it plays me. I don't play it much, but it plays me, and I really enjoyed having it in my hand. And this record, I got a chance to play a little bit on the record, so it's a blessing to have it on. Honestly, man, trombones, it's an odd instrument for anybody, but it's magical for me. Honestly, it is. It's like walking with a cane, or walking with a pimp stick or something. It's like, yeah, man, it just got this something about that funky sound on it, man. It works for me.
Alex, I had two questions for you. Sort of the same thing I just asked Alan. Why the bass for you? And by the way, do we know how many tattoos?
Let's put up a contest. Everybody guess. Sheesh.
Je peux pas trop montrer mes tatous, mais disons que c'est presque un full suit body. Là. Ça fait pratiquement presque le corps jusqu'en bas. Là. Fait que combien de tatous on peut dire? Un gros tatou sur le corps au complet, mais c'est plusieurs tatous qui se sont ajoutés avec le temps. Puis pour la bass, man, c'est une drôle d'histoire. C'est que mes parents sont pas vraiment mélomanes, mais ils adorent le classique. Puis, I don't know if you remember, back in the days, we had a club called Columbia Club. You can just pay like $10 and you have like 15 cassettes, So I asked my dad, I was young back in the days, so I asked my dad, est-ce que je peux m'inscrire à ça? Puis mon père dit oui, il dit, il n'y a pas de problème, mais il dit, je veux voir, I want to see your list before you send it to Columbia. So I was, okay, cool. So I think I was just ordering like the Doors, all the album of the Doors, And my dad just took my list and he just put it in the garbage and said, like, no, I want to see your list because I want to make sure that you have different genre and different bands too. So I wait a month. I had that ce formulaire-là encore. J'ai commencé à cocher, mais là, dans ce formulaire-là, j'allais avec le feeling. Je regardais les pochettes, je regardais les covers, tout ça, puis je me suis retrouvé avec Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, il y avait Gladys Knight, et c'était beaucoup des albums qui venaient de Motown, où c'est des années que la bass était mise à l'avant aussi. So I'm not like a guitar player who wants to play guitar, but we miss a bass player in the band, so I took the bass after. It's just really, I really, really love the instruments, as is, especially all those like old school years of Motown and Stax record and Muscle Shoals. The bass was really in front, so you can hear really clearly that the bass is not only for the tonic or just you can groove with that instrument. You can do some melodies with the instrument. You can play with the rhythm with this instrument. So that's why I was really in love at first sight with the bass, because the first things that I had the chance to hear was more like, once again, what's going on from Marvin Gaye or Stevie Wonder or stuff like that, more than the band who used to be popular back in the days, like U2. U2 Adam Clayton. He does a great, an amazing job. But it's not the same. We're not playing the same instrument for me, because it's really for the tonic that Adam goes straight to. for my part, it's more everything else, you know. Fait que c'est pour ça que quand, puis, the first show that I saw in my life was B.B. King and Buddy Guy, and the bass player who was playing with B.B. King, it was just before the tour that Pino Palladino did with him. But the bass player back in the days was amazing too. So all those things make me love the instrument even more, and I wanna learn it. So yeah.
That's great, man. That's really, really great. I'm just getting up here, guys, because I just want to quickly mention, because I had to mention Alan, especially for you. It's so great because I wanted to mention, since we're doing this interview, that we definitely have a great mutual friend, David King, over in Japan.
Ah, yes.
His
My
band,
man.
Sons of Soul. So I just wanted to, while we're doing this, and I'm going to send this to him, so I want to make sure that we give him a little shout out.
Oh, no doubt, man. Dave, man. Me and Dave go a long way back. When I first come to Montreal, touring with my band, and we were doing one popular club here called Checkers. We did plenty of clubs around Quebec and Ontario, and man, I met them. He had a band out of Buffalo, New York, and that's when I met them. Man, they was tight too, man. They was tight. They was coming from the Rick James camp, so you know they was funky. They were real funky, and that's me and Dave been knowing each other since the '80s, man. Such a beautiful, beautiful spirit, this dude, man. As you know.
As I know,
That's
yeah.
my man. Dave, what's up, Dave? Kingsta.
That's it. But I'm glad that you guys are putting out some music so that people who are stuck at home, at least they can get up and have a party, you know, in their own homes, listening to the great new music of the Brooks on this great new album called Any Day Now. So thank you so much for giving Montreal and Canada and the world some great music.
Wow, merci beaucoup. Puis surtout, merci à toi. Pour vrai, merci de nous suivre depuis le début aussi. Ça fait longtemps là, qu'on est encore là. Ça fait quelques années que tu es là, puis que tu es là pour nous autres. Puis vraiment un grand merci à toi aussi pour tout ça.
Yeah, I'm always willing to give you guys what you need, man.
You always been so kind, man. Thank you so much, man. Meet people like you around. And we really should bring you around with us, man, because you kind of get what we're doing, man. That's kind of cool.